quiz. Pop quiz time. What is the most important element on your LinkedIn profile? Photo. Thank you. And what are the qualities that make a fantastic photo? Smile, eye contact, distance, size, color, quality. Awesome, awesome. Attire. All great points. Thank you. And what's the second most important thing? Title. Now, what's the mistake that most people make? They put the title in there. Okay. Okay. What is the best way to optimize your titles? Use what? Keywords. And how many? Up to three. And the keyword should explain what? What you do, yes. How you do it, and why, and the benefits. Wonderful. Give yourselves a massive round of applause. Okay. Now we're talking about the what? What was the third most important thing? Background summary. Yes. Now, what we want to do is your background summary is also called the professional summary. Must speak to who? Everyone, please. Must speak to who? Your audience. Yes, your target market, right? Your customers or people that you want to form strategic alliances to, or whoever it is that you're wanting to connect to using this social media channel. Your profile or your summary must speak to them. So think about, and in terms of your target audience on LinkedIn, it is a professional network. So think about what sort of titles belong to your target audience, in the businesses. Are they the business owners? Are they in the HR department? Are they the HR managers? Are they marketing directors? Are they other types of skincare consultants? So have a think about that. And after you write titles down, also have a think about what industries that these people belong in, yes? So, if I'm targeting marketing directors, marketing directors in IT, marketing directors in medical, you may be very specific in terms of your industry, or your industry, you might be several industries, or you might say all industries. It's all good, yeah? But just have a think about what industries your target audience belong into. Then have a think about what sort of company sizes that you target. Yeah, if that's your if your prospects belong or work in organizations, how big are they in terms of employees? Do you work with small businesses, sort of 1 to 10 employees, or 1 to 50 employees, or do you work with big companies that have like thousands of employees in there? Yes, have a think about the company sizes that you might be targeting. Yeah, if you help all types of size companies, that's fine too. Now, have a think about the locations that these prospects might belong into, or partnerships. How many of you have a business? How many of you want to maybe extend your business internationally? No one? Yeah, a few. Okay, yeah. Social media gives a wonderful opportunity to expand across outside of Australian shores. So is there any, think about, when I say locations, think locally. Who has a local business? Who wants to target local clients? Most of you, wonderful. Who has a national business? Someone that can target nationally? Excellent, wonderful. So think about the size of your market as well. Yeah, so write that down. Yes?
Just in relation to what you were saying there, sometimes when you get too broad,
yes,
you lose the focus of the person that you're trying to target.
Yes.
So if you say we take on all sizes of businesses, someone that's got a small business, all of a sudden, they're big people.
Yes.
Big people might think, they're focused on small people, they're not really our market.
Yes.
I just want to make that as a comment.
Oh, and thank you. Let's give, what was your name, sir? Rod. Let's give Rod a round of applause. Thank you. And what Rod says is 100% true. That's why I say use LinkedIn as a marketing channel for a specific target audience. Because I may have a product or services that serves stay-at-home mothers, yeah? But also that may serve mature company directors. Now, the language that I use between those two audiences are going to be completely different. Would everyone agree? Yeah, language I use for stay-at-home moms, the language I use for mature company directors are completely different. So if I'm trying to target all of them in my profile or one form of communication, it's going to sound very, very generic. Yeah. So the more definition you have around who your, that's why I say ideal prospect is, yeah, the stronger your communication will be. So think of like a laser beam approach rather than a light bulb approach. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
So if I can get my wording correct to target my ideal customers,
Yes.
can I then do local, national and international, which is what I do now, or do you suggest refining that to one area as well?
It really depends on what you're offering. Right. It really depends on what you're offering. But in general, because the success of this will be a lot to do with offline connections. Who is it that you can most easily have an offline connection with? Yeah. Not to say Skype and a phone call and things like that is not an off. That's still I would consider an offline. Because it's off social media, but face-to-face meetings are definitely the ones that you get the most benefit from. So you might want to target locally first, and then you can scale up from there. Yeah. Actually, Taryn, who's going to be speaking after this, she's going to talk about your values, your business values, and your story to get really clear on who your target audience is. Yep. So with her teaching and her mentoring, this profile will only become stronger as you develop it. Yeah. Does that sound good? Yeah, let's give Taryn a round of applause. Yeah. So, like I said, progress is better than what? Progress is better than what? Come on, everyone. Perfection, yes. So let's just get started, and we can always perfect this as time goes on. Cool? Yeah. Wonderful. Now, how many of you would love to learn a systemized, sort of a template, per se, to having a well-structured LinkedIn template? Yes, thank you. All right. Now, the first thing that you must do, the first sentence that people read when it comes to your professional summary or your background summary, you must address your target audience. You must address your target audience. So in my summary, I say, are you a sales director, marketing director, or social media manager who's responsible for generating B2B leads into your organization? Who am I talking about, me or them? Them. And I'm getting them to ask a question, answer a question. Yes? So what I want you to do, just for this activity, because I'm going to help you build your summary, get you started, is who are the titles that you're targeting? And it doesn't have to be specific titles as in marketing director, business owner, things like that. If you're looking at strategic partnerships for the builders, it could be, are you an architect, property developer, or someone who works in real estate? Yeah? Or it could be even a bit more general than that if you're having difficulty. Are you a health and wellness professional who is looking at growing their business, or who's looking at helping their clients achieve their weight loss goals or something of that nature? Does everyone get it? Yeah? So what I'd like you guys to do is just in the next couple of minutes is to write out a sentence that includes the titles or the categories of your ideal clients or strategic alliances. So write out, are you a blah, 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 or blah, 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 who is responsible for blah, blah, blah. Make sense? So everyone has a sentence, an opening sentence for their summary, yes? Yes? Yes. Thank you. Okay, so next part then, once you've highlighted or addressed who they are, you need to address a pain point. A what point? Pain point. Why? Why pain?
People react to pain more than like react to pleasure. Thank
you. Yes. There are two reasons why people buy: to relieve pain or to experience pleasure. Yeah? And out of the two, which one is the strongest? Pain. So you need to address a pain point in the next paragraph that you might write. Now, think about, just for the purpose of the exercise, think about 3 of your clients' biggest pain points, or up to 3, okay? If it's just one that you can think of, that's fine. Think about 3 of your clients' biggest pain points and just jot them down in point form, 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to use who was the plumber in the audience? Thank you. So using a plumber example, you know, the 3 biggest pain points might be, you know, plumbers not turning up on time. What's another one? They leave a mess when they go. Not you. No, of course not you. No. But we're highlighting the pain points that your clients would experience with plumbers. Yeah. And you know, they might have like butt crack, the plumber's butt or something like that. You know, that might be a 3rd pain point. Charge you extra. That's a pleasure point. Oh, I see. I see. That's the next section we'll talk about. You know, so you can sort of see there. So just jot down 3 of your clients, you would say biggest pain points, and now what I'm going to get you to do is create a short paragraph including those 3 pain points. So using the plumber example is something like most people when hiring a plumber experience, you know, a mess after a plumber finishes their job. They tend to be expensive and not reliable in terms of when they turn up. And what's another one? What's another pain point?
Just as a note, I was at a course the other day. I was studying when you look at pain points and you're trying to raise awareness to a market of a pain point.
Yes.
Statistics can really help that.
That's a great point, actually. Yes. Yeah.
Like I was at a building course and I was saying, oh, did you know that 93% of all people that build wouldn't use the same builder again or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah,
no, great point. Thank you, great point. Market statistics are quite powerful. I use statistics in my profile. There was a study by ADMA. You know, they surveyed 5,000 companies, and all 5,000 companies said that they were going to invest more money into social media, you know, focusing on lead generation. But when they actually asked them, hey, like, how many of you guys are actually, that are using social media, are actually happy with the outcome? Only 7%. Only 7% out of 5,000 said we're actually happy with the outcome. So I'm going, isn't this stupid? Like, people aren't receiving any benefit from social media, but they're prepared to spend more money into it. You know, so I used studies and research to prove a pain point. So yes, that is 100% something that you can use and very, very powerful. But it might be a little bit difficult to come up with some statistics right now. So hence, just using progress is better than perfection. So just jotting down some 3 pain points. So has everyone got 3 pain points or a pain point? Yep. You can make it up. You can make it up. So everyone got their pain points. Yes. All right. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to just link those pain points together and create a short paragraph that pushes the pain point of your prospects or your target audience. Okay? 2 minutes. Your time starts now. The next paragraph is the gain point, the pleasure point. We don't want to be all doom and gloom, do we? Yeah. We also want to pull on the other motivator for people to take action and for people to do business with you, which is to experience pleasure. So same sort of thing as what we did with pain. Have a think about what their life looks like after they've utilized your products and services. Now, a very important point here. On social media, you never do what? You never do that, okay? It's not social media. This is where most people screw up. They go onto social media and they start promoting their products, their services, how good they are, especially on something like, on a network like on LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn, think about your best friend's birthday. Think about you're at your best friend's birthday party right now, and you're there. Has anyone been to a birthday party before? Yeah? Okay, anyone not been to a birthday party? Just double checking. So at a birthday party, they have cake, right? Yeah? And your best friend is there about to cut the cake. And who's been to a birthday party before where they don't know everyone in the room? Yeah, because you're friends of people that you might not have met before. And who's been at a party where they've met someone and you can see some opportunities maybe to do business with them? Who's met people like that? You know? Okay. Now, at a birthday party, your best friend's birthday party, you meet someone and you see that there's some opportunity. They could be a client or a business opportunity. Your best friend's cutting the cake. Do you then start opening up your laptop and going through a sales presentation or get out your order forms and go, oh, yeah, please sign here and let's get started? You don't do that there. Why? It's inappropriate. Yes, thank you. It's not the right setting. It's not the right environment. Yeah? What you would do is you'd move that conversation elsewhere. Come to my office on Monday, or I'll come and see you, or how about we walk over to that side of the room where it's a bit more quiet and we can talk more. You would move it into a different scenario, yes? Or a different environment. So that's the same thing. And I'm going to show you how to move that conversation into a different environment. But for now, there's no selling. So when you're talking about the pain point, when you're highlighting the benefits of your products or services, it's important not to actually state how you do it. It's important to actually not state how you do it. What you want to do is you want to paint a picture. Paint a what? Picture of what their life looks like after using your products or services. Yeah? So it could be something like within a plumber situation. Imagine a plumber that comes and guarantees their work. If we leave a mess, we will refund back 50% of your, or imagine a plumber that will refund back 50% of your costs or whatever it is if there's a mess. We also, imagine a picture of a plumber that turns up early for every appointment. So or on time. Yes, every time. But we're not saying I do this. You're saying picture. Imagine your life look like this. Yeah? So you're painting the pleasure points. Yeah? So what I'm going to give you is just another 2 minutes to create another paragraph, a separate paragraph, that paints a picture of what their life looks like after meeting you or utilizing product services. Yes?
Jim, what do you think of dot points?
Yes. What do I think of dot points? You can use them. There's no right or wrong. But my methodology is when you're writing this summary, you want to make it sound conversational. Yeah. So in my summaries, I abbreviate words like you are to your and stuff like that. So it just sounds more conversational and easier to read. Dot points are good. They communicate a lot very, very quickly. But you don't speak in dot points, if you know what I mean, or you can. But I guess to answer your question, it's up to you. Whatever you feel is best and communicates your gain points over. Yeah. Yes.
For an owner business, like a lot of us here are one-person business.
Yes.
Do you prefer to put it in the first person, I can do this for you, or rather than we can do this for you? How do you represent an owner business like that as a single?
Sure. Very, very good question. Question was, as a single owner business, do you represent we or do you represent I? The LinkedIn profile is all about you, your personal brand. Yeah? The people that you're connecting to are connecting to you as a person, as a human being. Yeah? The business side comes later. Yeah? And you also bring up another good point. Some people talk in the third party, like a third person. Like, Jeff Yang is this and Jeff Yang is this. And my answer to that is, when you're in a social engagement, do you talk in third person? No, you don't. There are some people that do, But yeah, so keep it first person as well. Yeah. So 2 minutes for you to write a paragraph that paints a picture on what their life looks like after utilizing your products or services, or after they meet you. What does their life look like after they meet and deal with you? Okay, so everyone has their pleasure points, yes, or gain points. Wonderful. Now, this part is important, and I call this part earn the right. What's it called? Earn the right. Because at some point, your audience is going to want to know how credible you are. Yeah? Why should they listen to you? So everyone write that question down, please. Why should I listen to you? Because by now you've got their attention. You've addressed them. Yes, I am your audience. You've highlighted a pain point. You've highlighted a gain point, which helps build rapport. You understand their needs and their desires. But then they're going to be like, okay, but what makes you an expert? Why should I listen to you? So at this point, you need to talk about yourself. This is where you're allowed to talk about yourself. And here, what you could do is just construct a paragraph and just answer that question, actually. If you had your ideal strategic partner or ideal prospect sitting in front of you and said, I like what you're saying, but why should I listen to you? How would you answer that question? Yeah? So you could highlight the years of experience that you've had. How many people have you helped? What sort of results have you been able to generate and deliver? Yeah? What sort of qualifications might you have? Yeah? Yes?
Just as, is it more acceptable to bring the company in now? Because one of our whole advantage is that we leverage off world patents, but the world patents are behind the company.
Yes, yes. You can also use your company here as well. Yes. So I would always start it off with you. I would always say, you know, with over 10 years experience in this, I've helped hundreds of businesses achieve this. And what company do you work for? Yeah, and then you could sort of say Bailey's Group is, you know, the world's most recognized company that does this. Yeah. So you can sort of split it up into both. Yeah.
Is it like what I've done? Sorry, what I am, what I've done, what I can do for you.
In terms of the
This paragraph about us. So it's who I am.
Yes.
What I've done.
Yes.
And what I can do for you.
I would leave out the what I can do for you, but definitely who you are and what makes you a specialist in this area, and what you've done and what sort of results have you been able to achieve. Yeah. Okay. So just another 2 minutes to construct a paragraph about yourself that answers that question. Why should I listen to you? And don't waffle on. Just why should I listen to you? Well, over the past 5 years, I've helped hundreds of small and large businesses generate qualified leads using social media. The next part is something that not many people do on LinkedIn. Well, a lot of that stuff in the very beginning isn't what a lot of people do on LinkedIn. It's important now that you show these people that there is a human being behind this online profile. Yes. So there are always two reasons to buy. Logical reasons to buy. I need this. It makes sense. And therefore I'm going to buy it. But people also buy for emotional reasons to buy. It makes me feel good. I feel good dealing with these people. I feel good dealing with this company and this brand. So there's always those two reasons. Up until now, we've given them logical reasons to buy. So this part is what I call humanizing the content, making them connect with you, making them see that there is a human being behind an online platform. So here, what you could simply do is just change your language. Change your language. Use words like love. Use words like passion. Use words like my mission. That type of language, because that type of language sort of makes you stop thinking with your head and start thinking with your hearts and your feelings. Or you can maybe even describe how you feel when you achieve success for yourself or for your clients. A simple one, if you want something to get you over the line for now, is why do you love what you do, and what are you passionate about? So, to give you an example, on my profile, I say, I love B2B social media lead generation because of the awesome growth and opportunities it gives me and my clients. I'm passionate about adding more value to the B2B community. I'm passionate about adding more value to the B2B community. Yeah, because it could just be as simple as that. So I've used the words love, I've used the words passion, and I've used the words awesome, because it sort of shows a bit of my personality through that. Yeah? Does that make sense? Yep. Yeah? So I'll give you guys just a minute to just write out a quick sentence or a couple of lines to explain what you love and what are you passionate about? And your time starts now. Now, this section, I think, is something that Taryn's really going to be able to help you guys with your story and the power of your story, because this is something that where this is a section where you can actually share that story with people and get them to really sort of connect with who you are and your values. So there'll definitely be opportunities to perfect this as the day goes on. Cool? Excellent. Okay, now, the next one is very simple, but extremely important when it comes to marketing. Does anyone know what the words CTA stands for in sales and marketing? Sorry? Call, who said that? Let's give Paul a massive round of applause. Thank you. A call to action. Call to action. A call to action is typically, that term is used on a print medium or website where you instruct the person reading that marketing material what to do. What action do you want them to take once they visited your website or received your brochure or whatever it is, whatever marketing material that they're receiving? A call to action. So think about the journey that you've just taken your prospects on. You've qualified them. You've addressed the pain point that they experience, so they feel that they've connected and there's some rapport there. You've also painted a picture on what their life looks like after doing business with you. Right? Now, you've earned the right. You've built credibility. Why should I listen to you? Blah, 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 blah. Awesome. Okay, now you're credible. You've humanized the content. You've connected with them emotionally. Now, don't just leave them hanging, right? A few ex-girlfriends come to mind, but don't leave them hanging. Give them a call to action to learn more about how to improve your youthful skin. Call me on this number or email me at this email address. It's as simple as that, yeah? So, to learn more about, let's construct this together, to learn more about benefit, you know, let's talk benefits here rather than features. To learn more about how to improve your business in sales, please contact me on telephone number or email me at email address. Does that make sense? Yeah? So at the end of it, then I don't have to go shifting around your profile or your website to figure out a way to get in touch with you. Got it? Excellent. Okay. Now, what I'd like you to do is, let's see. Can people partner up on your tables? Can we get like a partner A? Can someone nominate a partner? Just partner up for now. Yep. Excellent. Thank you. So what I'm going to give you guys is each partner is going to get 3 minutes. How many minutes? 3 minutes to read their profile summary to their partner. Okay? And if there's time left over, the partner can give feedback to the person on you know, how they could potentially improve it or what they liked about it. Does it make sense? Yeah? After the 3 minutes, I'm going to say switch partners, and then the other partner will then have 3 minutes to share with the previous partner and vice versa. Everyone get the exercise? Okay. Now, I want to nominate a partner A. Can someone, who is going to be the partner A in your group? Okay. Wonderful. Who's going to be the partner B in your group? Excellent. And someone will have to be a partner C in that group. All right. So if you guys get a bit of extra time, you can just sort of share. All right. So partner A's point to partner B and say, "I'm going first." Okay. So you have 3 minutes. Your time starts now. Share your new profile summary. All right. Now, it's time to dob in your partners. Whose partner had an awesome LinkedIn summary? Your partner? Oh, here we go. You have been dobbed on. So here's the mic. We would like you to share your LinkedIn summary with the class, please. Please stand up. Let's give Mike a round of applause.
My name is are you a business owner who wants suitably skilled and qualified Aboriginal employees? Good. And the pain point, are you finding it hard to find, are you finding it hard to find skilled and qualified Aboriginal people to work for you in a sustainable way, who are work ready? Are you finding it hard to engage and keep Aboriginal people in your organisation? Are you experiencing difficulty in finding and engaging with Aboriginal clients to achieve your aims? Pleasure. And now to the pleasure. bit more louder. Feeling the love. Here we go. No, not yet. Was that it? No. Why should I listen to you? No. Oh yeah. Painting the picture. You have employed an Aboriginal person who is a valuable asset to your company, and you're achieving your aims in your company. Why should I listen to you? Over the past 3 years, I've helped to skill and guided over 4,000 Aboriginal people into qualified education and skills development, and assisted them to follow their dreams into sustainable employment. I love guiding and empowering Aboriginal people into organisations and businesses, and I'm passionate about creating workforce solutions for the business community. To learn more about empowering and developing Aboriginal people into your organisation, please contact me on my number or email me on... How's that?
Let's give a round of applause. Now, did that sound a lot better than a glorified resume? Yeah? Was it a lot more engaging, a lot more targeted? Yeah? And wasn't his earned the right? Awesome. 4,000. 4,000, people that you've helped. That's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. Now, anyone else want to dob in? We've got one more. Who wants to dob in their partner? Come on. Yes? All right. We have Shaz. Let's give Shaz a round of applause. All right, Shaz, stand up. Give us what you got.
Okay, so my title, Food Program Coordinator, supporting local families in need and providing one of life's basics, food. Are you a business who will support those less fortunate? Your company will build a strong, supportive community profile, reduce tax, and have the satisfaction of helping those families less fortunate. Okay, in the first year since starting Need a Feed, I have helped provide food support to more than 300 families and built strong partnerships and trust within the community, and won the Australia Day Community Award. I am passionate about providing one of life's basics, food, and I've made it my mission to reach hundreds of thousands of families in need.
That's a very sort of, there's a lot of connection there I felt with that, emotional connection with that profile. So great job. Let's give Shaz another round of applause. Okay, time to move on. So what I'd like you guys to do is take what you've got there and upload it into your LinkedIn profile, right? If you've got one, or if you're going to create a new one, now you've got some great structure to build your LinkedIn profile, yeah? Okay, and congratulations to you all, because that pretty much is the most intensive part of your social selling strategy. So give yourselves a massive round of applause. Thank you. Okay. Now, the other parts are really quite simple, yeah? Now that your foundations are strong, we can now go out and start finding people to connect to. So here we move into the search phase. The what phase? Search phase. Now, how many of you have used the LinkedIn advanced search feature before? One person, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, excellent. How many of you have not? The rest of you, thank you. Whenever you do a search, always use the LinkedIn advanced search, yeah? The reason being is because it gives you additional filters that will help you to weed out the people that you don't want and keep the people that you do want, yeah? Because LinkedIn gives you a search bar at the very, very top. Now, you might want to target a business owner. If you just type in business owner, it will search the entire database and give you back people that match the title business owner. But they might be in industries that you don't want. They might be, in different states that you don't deal with. Yep. So you really need to refine your search as much as possible so that you're only connecting with your ideal prospects. Make sense? Yeah. So you'll see things like title, the title field. So this field is where you can put in your business owner or managing director, or think of all the different types of variations that people would represent their title on LinkedIn. Yes? And you can search for each and every one of them. If you're targeting specific companies, you can put in it like Coca-Cola, for example, and find the marketing manager in Coca-Cola by using these filters. So it's very, very powerful a search tool. You can also, I know a lot of you have localized businesses and want to generate business within your local area. You can search for business owners or marketing, whatever titles and companies you want, by postcode. By postcode. What's the postcode for Wollongong? 25. You put 2500, and then you can actually set the radius. 15 kilometers, 30 kilometers, and more. Yeah. So you can actually capture right locally, or expand to maybe Sutherland, or even the whole country if you wanted to. Yeah. Even different countries. Oops. Even different countries. See, it says Australia there. You can target different countries. It's awesome. Yep. Advanced search also gives you these additional filters. What are they called? Filters. Yeah, additional filters. Thank you. So here you can actually select different industries. I only want to deal with business owners in the health industry. I only want to deal with marketing managers in the IT industry. Yeah? Can you start seeing the power of this tool? Yeah, in terms of refining your search. Yeah? You can also search by relationship. Okay? Now, what I recommend that you do is initially connect with your second-degree connections. What degree? Second-degree connections. I'll show you why in a minute, okay? But when you're using this tool, filter your search down to second-degree connections. Here is the company size feature, okay? So if you only deal with small businesses, you can select how many employees they have. If you only deal with large businesses, you can also filter your search. Now, I told you if there's any features in here that you'd need to pay extra for, the company size one, you do need to be on a premium account. Okay? The other ones, you do not need to be on a premium account. Does that make sense? Yep. So all of the stuff on this page, you can do for free. Filters on this page, you can do for free, except the ones that have little badges on them. Make sense? Yep. But the only one you really use is that I feel is worth it is the company size. Okay? So make sure when you're searching for your prospects to always use the advanced search field. Now, the other great way to find leads is through LinkedIn groups. Yeah? Are you guys any members of any LinkedIn groups? Oh, quite a few. Wonderful. Thank you. So LinkedIn has literally thousands and thousands of interest groups that you can belong to. But the problem with most people is they join the groups that they're interested in, right? If you're using this to find business opportunities, you should be joining groups that who are interested in? They are. Yes. Join the groups that they're interested in. And if you go to someone's profile, it will show you what groups that they're part of. Join that group. And chances are, if you join that group, there are more people like them in that group, yes? Yeah? And then you can start connecting with people in the group as well. Okay, so groups are very, very powerful for source of lead and business opportunities. Okay?
The thing I found fascinating about groups is that I get into a lot of groups with bookkeepers and stuff, and I find that they're all American.
Yes, yes. So, yes?
They've got completely different questions, completely different accounting structure and standards.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
So how do you find a group that's...
So the question is, a lot of these groups are international, yep, and therefore the conversations within the groups aren't relevant to you or what you do or your audience, yeah? When you're searching for a group, search by country. So Bookkeeper Australia, or Bookkeeper Sydney, Bookkeeper Melbourne. Just put an Australian location in there, and that way you'll know whatever groups that come up are localized. Okay, so we're gonna speed through. So we all got advanced search, yes? Yep, wonderful. And there's a feature, I'll be here tomorrow as well, so if you want to learn a bit more about any of this stuff, I can go through more detail. There's a feature in search that allows you to save the search as well. Yeah, so you don't have to keep doing new searches each time you want to find prospects or business opportunities. You can actually save a search, so you just keep going back in there to connect with them. The other point is now connecting with them. Now that LinkedIn gives you a list of your ideal prospects, we now need to reach out and connect with them, because unless we're connected, there is no communication. Everyone get that? Yeah? So when we connect, who has sent this template before? Be honest, who has sent that standard template? All right, those, keep your hand up, those people. Keep your hand out, okay? Put your hand out in front of you. Hand out in front of you, and smack yourself. Naughty. Naughty, okay? Never ever send that standard response, especially if you don't know this person or you've never met the person that you're connecting to, okay? LinkedIn has very strong anti-spam guidelines. They don't like you connecting with people that you've never met before, yep, or you don't know. So all it takes is 5. How many? 5. All it takes is 5 people to say they don't know you or report you as spam, and LinkedIn will restrict your account. Okay? So, very dangerous to send that. All right? Only ever send a connection request message if you have what's called, and write this down, a human touch point. Write it down, a human touch point. Okay? Now, this is why I say target people initially that are second-degree connections. Because what do you think the most powerful human touch point on LinkedIn is? Friends, yes, thank you. People in common. People in common. So only connect if you have a human touch point. People in common are the most powerful human touch point. By virtue, if someone is a second-degree connection, you know you have something in common. Yes? Okay? So, friends are the most powerful. Now, not everyone is going to be a second-degree connection. You might come across a third-degree connection or someone even further removed. Okay? In that case, groups are the second most powerful human connection point. Okay? If someone is a third-degree connection, look at what groups they belong to, join the group. Then you created a human touch point. Okay? Then, the third one, which is a bit more laborious, is you could search for something in common. Yeah? So if someone you're connecting to is a bit high profile, or is a decision maker in a big company, they may have, you can maybe Google search them or search them on Twitter or other social channels and see if they've written if they've been mentioned in any news articles or written any blogs or whatever it may be, and then you can use that as your human connection point. Now, always send personalized messages when you're connecting with people, okay? Make sure they're personal. But I will share with you a template. Would you like to learn a template that you can use? Yes. Yep. Yep. And this template is proven. I've connected to thousands of people using this template and have never been restricted since I've been using it, okay? I've been restricted 5 times. I've made every shortcut in the book, and this one is the gold. So are you ready? Yes. Okay. The template starts off, hi, name, okay? Make sure you're social. Hi, name, whatever the person's name is. Hope you're well. Hi, name, hope you're well. Be social. Okay? Then the next line is, came across your profile and noticed you're the and I'm abbreviating here in purpose, and noticed you're the title of company. Okay, always repeat back the title and company that they work for. Okay, now it's human touchpoint time. And C, we know, name of connection in common. So if they're a second degree connection, who is it that you share the connection with? And state the name. I see we know Stephen Dixon in common. Yeah? Or I could even go as far as say, I see we know Stephen Dixon from Business for Breakthrough, Breakthrough for Business, sorry, in common. Then you need to give them a reason for connecting. Yeah? So, next paragraph is, now before we answer this, LinkedIn is a social media what? It starts with an N. Network. So people are on there to what? Network. So the reason for connecting is to? Yes, give yourself a round of applause. Geniuses in the room. For networking purposes, so write this down, for networking purposes, I'd like to invite you to my business network on LinkedIn. Okay, then sign off regards or best wishes, and then your first name. Network, yeah, on LinkedIn. So it should read, hi Stephen, hope you're well. Came across your profile, noticed that you are the founder of Breakthrough for Business, and see we know Justin T.O. in common. For networking purposes, I'd like to invite you to my business network on LinkedIn. Best wishes, Jeff. Make sense? Yep. Because you can't say much more than that. A connection request message, you have a limited amount of characters that you can use. Okay? So you guys have an optimized profile. By all means, you can reword it and use your own language. But as long as it's social, addresses their name, addresses the title and company that they work for, addresses the human touch point, and gives them a reason for connecting, you guys are safe. Yeah? And out of the I think the other question that I always get is, which one do you select from here? Okay. Always select we've done business together. Unless you have a group in common, which obviously you won't have with everyone. But always select we've done business together. You only have two options, friend and we've done business together. And I find that if you choose friend and you're not their friend, you might piss them off emotionally, yeah? Whereas business doesn't spark an emotional response, yeah? And depending on the size of the company, you might have done business with one of their colleagues and they don't know about it, right? So they just tick it off. Okay, moving along. What, no group or no? Okay, in that case, what I'll do is I'll see what group they belong to. I join the group, and then I see we're both part of the same group. Okay, now I think I'm running over time, so we're gonna breeze through this. Like I said, I'll be here for both days, so you can come and see me for more information. Now that you're connected, LinkedIn give you an amazing gift. They merge your news feeds, meaning you can now share information with them, and these prospects or these potential business partners that you're connecting to can see updates from you. Who's done a status update on Facebook? Yeah, same thing. Who's done a status update on LinkedIn? Excellent, right? Who's never done a status update whatsoever? Wonderful, thank you. So status updates allow you to share information with people, and this is where the real brand building and the expertise builds, right? Because a status update looks like this. It has your picture, it has your name. Okay, you can write a headline, and it also has the content below. Now, just say, for example, you are a you are a function center, okay? And I've connected with you. And on Monday, you see a status update from me talking about the best recipe for velvet cupcakes. And then on Tuesday, you see another status update talking about the best cupcakes for winter. Wednesday, you see another status update talking about the best cupcake for pets. Thursday, best cupcake recipe for summer. Cupcakes. So you as a prospect see my name and my face and me talking about cupcakes so often that you start going, this Jeff guy really loves cupcakes, and really seems to know a lot about cupcakes. And next time I have a function and someone wants cupcakes, I think I'll make an inquiry to him. Yeah. Do you see the brand building opportunity? Yeah. So when you're doing a status update, always make sure you write your own headline. Okay. Your headline is your thoughts, your opinions, your predictions. Yeah. And this is what really sets you apart from your competitors. Right. If you can share wonderful information and put your own thoughts and opinions there, it really promotes you as a thought leader. So always write your own headline.
Where do you find that status update?
I won't have time to go through it now, but I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you later. This is a poor headline because it just repeats the title. Yeah, you don't want to come across as an information giver. You want to come across as a thought leader. So always write a key takeaway from the article that you might be posting. Yeah, and on LinkedIn, you can post anything as long as it's tied to a website. So you can post a YouTube video, you can post, downloads, you can post infographics, you can post blogs, news, as long as there is a website address it's attached to. Okay, so yeah, write something thought-provoking, and you could even ask questions in the status update as well. Okay, now when it comes to posting status updates, all right, if you post more than 4 updates a week on LinkedIn, you run the risk of becoming someone who's a little bit spammy. Yeah? Okay? So you want to post at least 2 to 3 status updates a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are your best days to post content, and between 7 and 8 a.m. People tend to check their profiles just before they start work. So they're the best times to post your content. Okay? And then the last part is the engagement bit. Okay, now, if you're posting 3 to 4 updates a week, it will take you around about 6 to 8 weeks. How many weeks? 6 to 8 weeks before you can ask them to meet with you offline. Yeah? Because not everyone sees your updates every day. Right? Some of you guys are active, some of you guys are moderately active, and some of you guys never access your account at all. So not everyone you connect to is going to see every single status update that you do. And in my experience, they need to see at least 5 to 7 updates before they start to recognize who you are and before they start to consider you an expert. Yeah? So LinkedIn actually say your exposure rate is only about 20%. What percent? 20%. So out of every 5 status updates, they only see an average of 1. So if you're doing 3 or 4, you need to post consistently over 6 to 8 weeks before they see you 5 to 7 times. And literally from there, all you do is you go back and you request a coffee meeting. Yeah? Now, because we don't have much time, I'll actually share with Stephen my template for coffee meetings. Is that cool with everyone? Yeah? And then he can share that template with you, which you then can use to ask people to ask them out for coffee invites. In my experience, the lowest conversion rate I've experienced is 15%. So out of every 100 coffee invites you send out, 15 of them will say yes. Yeah. A good conversion rate is around 35%. So out of every 100 coffee invites you send out, 35% will say yes. So that's a high conversion rate considering you're sitting in front of your ideal prospects or your ideal business partner opportunities. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, excellent. Like I said, so I'm gonna finish up. I'm gonna finish up now. Is there any like burning questions that anyone wants to ask? I will be here for the 2 days as well, so bear in mind I can answer those questions throughout. But maybe just 2 questions. Yes.
Yes, we've discovered that people endorse us for the things that they don't know that we're what we're good at.
Yes.
So that's one of the things that comes up in discussion. When people endorse you, something they don't even know you about.
Yes. Yes. Unfortunately, you can't stop that, but you can ignore them. By the way, you can just delete the endorsements. You don't have to post them up on your profile. But I think people do it so that you will go back and endorse them for the skills that they want. But I can talk to you more about that. Yeah, later on. One more question. Sorry, that gentleman.
At your coffee chat, do you sell or do you just more get to know, like, how do you handle your coffee chat?
Yeah, no, I don't sell. No, I do lead into, hey, let's talk about a particular topic when we talk. But it's more just to say, hey, let's put a face to our connection. I know that it's assumed that we can help each other. Let's just put a face to the connection and have a coffee. That's pretty much it. But I'll share the template with everyone so that you'll know exactly what it says, and of course you can rewrite it to suit your business. Cool? Thank you so much. You guys have been brilliant.